Welcome back to another episode of Building with Bob. On today's episode, we're going to talk about rear storage. I mentioned in my previous video that I really was not a huge fan of the rack that I built. So we're going to discuss some of the options out there and what I think is going to work best for me. This is not going to work for me anymore. I thought about cutting it and 45ing it, but and it has its place. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would like to use this around my yard still, stuff like that. So I still have that option. I'm not going to throw this thing in the trash. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm not going to sell it. I can use it on my car. I can use it on my truck. It has uses. But it does not have much of a use anymore on the Pioneer. I don't like hitting with it, yada yada, so on and so forth. So, we're going to discard this thing here. And look at that suspension lift up when I take that off. Like, that thing's 45 pounds. So the other thing I want to do is I want to take, I want to get weight off the rear end so it doesn't skid the front tires as much. And I think getting rid of that is going to help a lot. Everything's back here further. When you do the bed extender, you can stuff stuff tighter into the seats and get your center of gravity better. I wasn't really thinking about that stuff when I made the back rack, and it served its purpose for now, but it's time to evolve, right? So, we'll drop the tailgate, and we'll talk. So, I looked into a cheaper version of the bed extender on Amazon. It was $220-some-ish, okay? Kala something, I don't know what it is, I can't even pronounce it. Some Chinese version. So, I read the reviews on it. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. One of the big things is I hear it's noisy. You can't fold it up with your seats up. My seats are never going to go down. That's why I bought this thing. It's the smallest four-seater. My kids are always going to be in the back with me. So, you can't fold it up once it's all folded up. You can't fold it up with the seats up. So, that kind of defeats the purpose of having something that unfolds. I could not find any information. We'll just backtrack. So, anyways, that one was $220. I didn't like the quality of it for $220. I feel like it should be $100 to $150 thing, preferably like $125. So, that's what I think it should be worth. I'm not saying that it's not worth more. To me, it's not. I think I could build something, and that's what we're going to talk about. But we're going to talk about the Rough Country one. I think that is a great bed extender. The build quality on that looks amazing. 10 times better than the one I found on Amazon. I couldn't find any information if once it's folded up, it can close. I couldn't find any information on that. So if somebody wants to comment, if they have one, if it does, put it in the comments. I don't know. I'm going to build my own. So that Rough Country one would extend the bed even further than the Amazon one, which I did like. But it's $300. I don't want to spend $220. I'm definitely not going to spend $300. So I'm going to opt to build something for my own here. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything spectacular. It's going to be relatively simple. I just want the ability to haul a cooler. I have a milk crate that I'm going to throw some straps in. And then, like, our bags of trash. I can throw my bag of trash in there. So I don't have to worry about it blowing out and whatever. I don't have to worry about it taking up room inside the cab. So, anyways, with that being said, step one, I've noticed on all the ones I looked at, that they extend these. And the reason why they extend these is if you look and you put your tailgate down, it's not a straight line. And you really want it to be a straight line. Okay, everyone. I'm just going to get the stupid stuff out of the way, so hopefully I can continue to talk. I guess it's not stupid, but this is the rear screen that I bought instead of the Jeep rear window. Took it on a small ride with this. It wasn't real dusty that day, but it seemed to work. We're going to be taking it out this weekend, and I'll know more about it. But you're not tuning in to hear about this, although this does work good. You're tuning in to hear about my bed extender or some way to add a little extra storage to this thing. So I came up with I came up with this idea. It's a bar, not a bar, it's a piece of angle iron. Goes in here, stiffens this thing right up. There's still got to be one on the other side. But so then I bought these hooks down in our local hardware store. Here it is in the bag, $2.50. I'm a big spender. I have no idea how much that thing holds. 800 pounds. I'm pretty sure that's going to work just fine for what I'm going to do. These ones I had laying around off my trailer. So I'm going to be able to put a strap around this, come over here to the other side, hook it in so nothing slides around, nothing moves around, and a bungee cord over the top. But so anyways, this is what we're going to eliminate. We're going to eliminate this because it flexes, right? The other side didn't flex like that. So we're going to put this in place. Not a terribly hard thing to do. I did make these little brackets to make this sit level, so it made figuring out the whole locations a lot easier. Some things had to be cut and bent a little wee bit to make it work. So yeah, I'm going to cut, and when we come back, this will all be installed and strapped up for you. Okay, everyone, here it is. I wanted to move these up a little higher, so I got a hole that I drilled. Whatever. I had to move them up. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that happens when you do custom stuff. You kind of learn as you go. You figure things out as you go. I like it. I want to use 2 ratchet straps. It's not going to be that hard to loosen this to open up the lid to get stuff out for the girls and me and my wife and all that. Stop, right? Stuff ain't going nowhere. Tailgate's not moving. The whole suspension's moving, right? And what am I going to have in that cooler? 25 pounds tops. So, yeah, you guys won't see this video for probably a few days. We're going to go on a ride Saturday. And then, if it works well, it'll be on the YouTube. So, we'll cut and I'll talk about it when we get back. Okay, everyone. Looks like you get to see Rev 2. My version of the bed extender works great. We put about 30 miles on a trail system today called Tall Pines. It's located in Andover, New York. Nice little place. I stuck to the easy trails and the intermediate trails. The intermediate trails are much more difficult than the easy trails, but they're definitely not a black diamond trail either. So this thing got a pretty good exposure to nice, easy lease road riding, and then some rutted up, rocky terrain where we're getting bounced around. Nothing moved, everything held up great. I also left it just like this and hauled it there on the trailer. So that's 60 miles each way. So it got 120 miles on the trailer, and then it got 30 miles of trail use, and nothing moved, nothing wiggled. Everything was great. So if you're looking for a very easy way to utilize the bed of your Pioneer a little bit more, this is a pretty good idea. So I hope you guys like it. And if you do, hit that like button. If you really like it, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.